There are women who feel an instant spark with you, but it never goes anywhere because your touch is either absent or accidental. Sexual chemistry from our side is built in tiny, intentional moments, not big dramatic moves. If you've ever thought, I don't want to be creepy, but I also don't want to be invisible, this is for you as a woman. I'll walk you through 15 spots and micro touches that feel confident, respectful, and electric with a woman who's open to being close to you. Before we get into that, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and ring that notification bell to stay up to date on all our videos. 1. The 3-second palm press that says, I'm here with you. You're greeting her, you hug, you pull back, and you just let her hand go. Most guys do that instead. When you pull away, keep her hand in yours for 3 relaxed seconds. You're looking at her, you're smiling. Your palm is warm and still. Then you let go first try. Good to see you. You look like trouble today with that calm palm press. Miss this, and your greeting feels forgettable. Do it right, and the night starts with a spark. 2. The playful shoulder bump that turns banter into chemistry. You're teasing each other and you can feel the vibe, but you stay glued to your side of the table. When you laugh lightly, bump your shoulder into hers. And hold it for just half a second before leaning back. Make it playful, not forceful. Say something like, you're impossible, as you do it in a group setting. This lets her feel singled out in a good way. If you never close that tiny gap, she assumes you're just friendly. 3. The guiding hand at her hip in a crowded room. You're walking through a busy bar or event, and she's slightly ahead of you. Instead of hovering behind her, place your hand gently at the side of her hip. To guide her through the crowd, light pressure fingers relaxed. And you remove it once you're clear. You can lean in and say, this place is chaos. Come on, so she knows it's intentional. Overdo this and it feels controlling. Do it once or twice and it reads as calm. Protective presence if she moves your hand off or steps away. Don't put it back, by the way. If you're watching this with your brain turned on comment active, it takes 2 seconds and it tells me you're not on autopilot. 4. The forearm brush. As you lean in to listen closer, you're sitting side by side and the room gets loud. Instead of shouting across the distance, lean in so your forearm lightly touches hers. As you move closer to her ear, keep your arm there while you speak. Then pull back slowly, say, wait. Say that again, I want to hear this. That tiny contact at her forearm feels casual but intimate. If you stay too far away, she feels like you're keeping a safe friend zone gap. Whether you mean to or not. 5. The warm hand on her upper back. When she laughs, you make her laugh. She leans forward and you do nothing with that moment. Next time as she laughs, place your hand high on her back, between her shoulder blades for a second or 2. Your touch should feel steady, not patting or jittery. A simple "you're ridiculous" works perfectly here. Pay attention to this one. Most women feel this as a clear, I like being close to you signal. Skip it and the laughter stays fun but not charged. 6. The side of the hand touch on her knee when you agree. You're sitting next to her, legs angled slightly toward each other. She says something you strongly agree with and you just nod instead. Tap the side of your hand lightly against her knee as you say exactly. That's what I've been saying. It's quick, it's sideways. And you don't leave your hand resting there, because it's brief and tied to agreement. It feels natural, not sneaky. Get this wrong, and it feels like you're testing boundaries. Get it right, and it feels like shared team energy 7. The light fingertip trace along her wrist. While you talk, you're already holding her hand. Or her wrist while you're telling a story. Most guys just clamp and hold instead. As you're talking, let your fingertips slowly trace a small line along the inside of her wrist once. Then relax your grip. You can say, "You know what I mean," as you do it. So it stays casual. Remember that first palm press. This is the seated version. That feels more intimate if you never vary your touch. It starts to feel flat, not exciting. 8. The quick hair adjustment that lets you step into her space. You're walking side by side or standing close, and a piece of her hair falls across her face. Instead of staring at it, step in. Gently move that strand away from her eyes and then step back. Make eye contact for a beat and say, "There, now I can see you." This next one surprises a lot of women because it feels almost cinematic when done calmly. If she stiffens or turns her head away, drop it and give her space. If she leans in or smiles, softer afterward, you've just shifted the energy from casual to charged. 9. The cheek adjacent touch. When you show her something on your phone, you're sitting close sharing a meme or video on your phone. Most guys just shove the phone in her direction instead. When she leans toward the screen, lightly rest the side of your hand against the area just below her cheekbone, almost like a soft guide. Say, "Look at this part." To keep it natural, the touch is on the side of her face, not grabbing her jaw. If she doesn't pull away, that's a strong sign she's comfortable with more closeness. 10. The playful high five that becomes fingers interlaced for a moment. You're vibing over a shared opinion or inside joke. You say high five and then just drop your hand instantly instead. Give her a real high five. Then catch her fingers for 2 seconds as your hands fall, letting them naturally interlace before you gently release. Add a grin, and okay, we're definitely a menace together. If you never turn those playful wins into physical connection, you leave so much chemistry on the table. Done right, this feels spontaneous. Not planned. 11. The quiet shoulder squeeze. When she's nervous in a room, you can tell she's tense. Maybe it's meeting new people. Maybe it's a big event. You're standing side by side and you see her scanning the room. Reach over, squeeze her shoulder once. Firm and calm, then let go. Say something like, "You're good. I've got you." This next one changes everything when you actually use it. Because touch under stress hits deeper. If you miss these moments, she may not feel your support, even if your words are perfect. 12. The lean in at her waist. When you share a private joke, you're in a group, you say something, only she catches and she laughs in that. It's our joke, waist step closer so your hip lightly meets her hip. And let your hand rest briefly at the side of her waist as you repeat the line. Softer just for her, then step back like nothing happened. Try, "They have no idea what we're talking about." With a small smirk if you keep every joke at full group distance. That private connection never turns into private tension. 13. The gentle tap under her chin when she's overthinking. She's spiraling out loud, worrying about how she came across or what someone thought. While she's talking, you wait for a pause. Then gently tap a knuckle under her chin so she looks at you. Hold eye contact and say, "Hey, you're okay, seriously." Then drop your hand. This isn't something you do early. It's for when there's already trust. If you only ever use words to interrupt her spiral, It stays in her head. This adds a quiet, grounding jolt. 14. The thumb circle on her hand. When she opens up, you're already holding hands on a walk, on a couch, wherever. And she starts sharing something real. Most guys freeze, worried they'll do the wrong thing. Instead, keep your hand there and slowly circle your thumb once or twice over the back of her hand. While you listen, you can say, "I'm glad you told me that," when she finishes. If you pull your hand away because the talk gets serious, she feels you retreat, stay. And the emotional intimacy turns physical too. 15. The goodbye hug that lingers half a breath longer. You're saying goodbye and the hug is coming. Most guys treat it like a quick formality and outdone. Instead, hug her fully. Let your hands rest at the middle of her back. And when you pull away, wait half a breath before completely releasing. Say, "Text me when you get home," while still half in that hug. If she squeezes tighter or doesn't step back fast, that's your green light that the chemistry was mutual. Rush this and you cut off the final spark of the night. Up next, discover the questions women ask when they want sexual intimacy. Or learn the strongest signs of sexual tension. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.